And welcome back. You know, Halloween is the perfect time for a spooky read. And I've got one for you. How about Haunted Springfield, Missouri? I want you to say hello to Edward Underwood. He's one of the co-authors of the book. Edward, welcome. Where are we talking to you from right now? Where are you?
Hi, Joy. Yeah, thanks for having me on today. I am currently speaking to you from Phoenix, Arizona.
Got it. Okay, now, but you have spent time in and around Missouri and Arkansas. Where did you get the idea to do this particular book to begin with?
Well, it began a few years before the book came out. I was in my hometown of Jonesboro, Arkansas, and I started the ghost tour there, which is what led the publisher to ask me to turn those stories into the book Haunted Jonesboro. Well, we moved to Springfield, which I dearly love. What a great town. What great history, and what a great backstory that town has. We loved it, and we set out to start a new ghost tour built on Springfield's history and the things we had learned there. So we did the book and started the ghost tour downtown, and we're having a great time. But shortly after that, we were lured away to your more frightening neighboring town of Branson, Missouri, which we also wrote a book about.
Right. What is the book about Branson called again?
It is called Wicked Branson.
Wicked Branson. Okay, so there's all sorts of stuff to read, but I'm going to share with our audience here a few chapters out of Haunted Springfield, Missouri. The Phantom Landlord of Jefferson Avenue, the Field Lights, the Dreary Side of Drury, the Bride Under the Phelps Grove Park Bridge. So much of this sounds very familiar. And Uncivil Warriors, which I assume had something to do with maybe the battlefield. What were some of your favorite stories? What are some of the spookiest things you found here in Springfield?
I think the spookiest thing I found was a story about leaders in the city who, at the time when you had North and South Springfield, and there was a kind of behind the scenes socio-political battle for who was going to reap the economic benefits of the city merging. And I found that story from a grandson of, allegedly, one of the people involved in that story. And the fact that these were people working behind the scenes in such an insidious way to try to control things and at any cost get this political and civil power to the city, I thought was very, very frightening. And it was kind of a lesson in karma. They were doing some evil things to get control, and it all came back on them.
Well, and I guess those spirits are still finding it out today. What is it about our theaters here in the Queen City that you always hear about the theaters downtown, some of those old buildings downtown, but particularly the theaters being haunted? What did you find there?
Well, yeah, theaters are a place, every city having a historic theater, as you do. What a fantastic downtown landmark your theater is, the great stories. But we find kind of collecting ghost stories and listening to people's ghost stories that we think one reason that so many ghost stories are centered out of theaters is because they are places of great emotion. In other words, one of the theories behind why there would be ghosts that recur is that there's an expulsion of emotional energy that stamps onto that place that other people may be able to perceive in some way at some time. So you're in a theater and you're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary, or you have the same emotions in the audience that the actors are experiencing on stage. So there's a lot of outpouring of emotional energy into these places for lots of reasons. And we think that may be one reason they get stamped with these moments that perpetually survive to the person who's able to perceive them.
Well, I don't know what brings it on, but this time of year, there's just nothing better than a fun read like Haunted Springfield, Missouri, and as you alluded to, also Wicked Branson. Where all can you get the books? I believe I found them on Amazon, for one.
Yes, you can find them on Amazon. You can also get them direct from the publisher, which has two monikers at this point. There is History Press, and it's also Arcadia Publishing. Those two companies merged a couple of years back. So you could go to historypress.com or arcadiapublishing.com, get them direct from the publisher, but they are available at Amazon, and all the other online bookstores have them readily available.
And you know, I've seen them in town. I'm pretty sure you can find these at the History Museum on the Square and some other local places. Edward Underwood, author, thank you so much for your time, and have a happy Halloween.
I thank you, Joy. Happy Halloween to you and all your listeners.
Thank you so much.